Welcome to Yesudian Yoga, week 13. As you can see, I've moved my office indoors. You can see that over my next shoulder here. It's getting a little bit colder outside. We're into November. But as always, we start with full yogi breathing. This time we're going to separate the breathing and the retention from the breathing part of the exercise. So the first one, we're going to breathe in or inhale on 8, and we're going to exhale on 8. It's the next exercise after that where we are also going to hold our breath. So come to sitting comfortably, relax your shoulders, your face, your neck. Then start with an exhale. I'm going to inhale on 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And rest. So for the next one, we're going to inhale on 8, we're going to hold for 10, and we're going to exhale on 4. So it's going to be a long time without taking in fresh air. So if you start to panic or if it doesn't feel good, stop and try it again later. We're only going to do 3 rounds of that. So we're going to inhale on 8, we're going to hold for 10, exhale on 4. So start with a normal inhale. Exhale, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe normally. Don't forget, when you're holding, you're not creating tension in the neck or anywhere in the head area. You're holding your breath because the muscles are keeping the lungs open. You're keeping the tension down here, and that's how you're holding the breath. It's not by squeezing anything off up here. That just produces a lot of pressure and tension in the neck. The veins bulge, and that's how you can notice. Then you also get lightheaded. Try really to inhale. First in the belly, then the ribs, then the chest. And then hold the chest open. And then exhale the reverse. And we'll come right into the next inhale. Good. Next is Kapalabhati, which also can cause lightheadedness. So if that's happening, stop. Breathe normally a few times and then come back to it. We're going to do 3 rounds where we inhale by letting the stomach fall forward. And then squeeze everything to exhale rapidly. Try to do it through your nose. If your nose is stuffed, you can do it through your mouth. That's not a problem. But if you can, do it through your nose. Don't force the inhale. So the inhale happens just because the stomach relaxes and falls forward. The air just flows in naturally. It's just the exhale that's done with force. And we're not going to, it's hard to count sometimes because it goes fairly fast. I'm going to do 10, and then 10, and then 10 with a pause in between. So I'm going to start as usual with a normal inhale, and then with the exhale we do the squeeze. Nice full inhale, full exhale. Next round, take a normal inhale. Breath in between rounds. Starting the last round, inhale. Good, so that's only 3 times, and you can do 3 sets of 4, 3 sets of 8, 3 sets of 10, 3 sets of whatever you want. If you do it for too long, you'll find that you get lightheaded. But I remember in yoga teacher training class, we do it for a minute straight and then we take a break. There to help with the lightheadedness at the end of our minute straight, we then retain the breath. But that's not what this book teaches, so we're just going to stick with what is in here. We do it for a set of 10, set of 12 if that's comfortable for you, and then you take a bit of a break, and then you do it again. No need to power through and do a whole minute. The next one, Pranayama number 6, is done in standing. Feet hip-width apart. We're going to inhale, lift our hands so the arms are parallel with the floor. Exhale, bring the hands to the hips. Inhale to stand tall. Exhale to bend forward. Inhale to stand up. Exhale to bend back. Inhale to come up. Exhale to tilt to the right. Inhale to come up. Exhale to tilt to the left. Inhale up. And it repeats. Exhale forward. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale right. Inhale up. Exhale left. Inhale up. And the last round. Exhale forward. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale, tilt right. Inhale up. Exhale, tilt left. Inhale up. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale, hands come to parallel with the floor. And exhale, just release. Good. We'll come back to the ground for Yoga-Mudra. Seems like we're doing a lot of breathing exercises this week, and we are. But as you saw, that breathing exercise combines some stretches. So as you keep on going with these this week, try really to increase the forward stretch, the backward stretch, the stretch to either side. Integrate that in with your breathing. Yoga-Mudra, we do that kneeling. Hands right at the joint of the legs and the torso. We're going to take a deep inhale, and as we exhale, we bend forward. Our fists push all the air out, squeeze the inner organs. Come down as low as you can. Hold your breath empty down there for as long as you like. And then inhale, come up, and exhale to repeat. We do it 3 times in total. Inhale, exhale. We'll come back up and catch your breath. Next is Ardha-bhujangasana. You've done this one before. It's like a low lunge. So I'm going to start with the left foot forward, the right foot back. You're on your knee and on the back of your foot. Try to stretch your right foot away as far as you can. Your left shin stays vertical. And then come up. Fingers point down towards the ground. And from here, our hips try to sink down low. Torso stays up. Getting a good stretch on the right side. You're getting a stretch in the back of the left leg as well. And probably something through the inside of the hips and the groin. Release, put your hands under your knee. Straighten the left leg, bring the toes off the ground. Lean your hands down towards the floor. Round your back if you like. Bring your nose towards your knee. Pull the left hip back as you do so. Number 2 on this side. Bring the left shin to vertical. Inhale to come up. Exhale to sink down low. And as you sink down low, your shin's going to come off the vertical. It's going to start pointing forward. Try to keep your torso as vertical as you can, and lots of energy in that back right toe. Push the toe into the ground. Release. As you come to the floor, push the hips back. Left leg may not come totally straight. You want to pull the hip back though, so it doesn't drift forward. Left toes are off the ground. Nose is wanting to come down to your knee. And last time for this side, left shin vertical, inhale up, exhale sink. Now the first time when we release, we put our hands to our knee. That protects your lower back. If you just sort of sink down to the ground from here, you might relax your core, and then you might hurt your back. So it depends on how strong your core is and how consciously you do this. Either hands to knee to then push your way back, and then hands to the floor. Or if you can just drift your hands to the floor right from Ardha-bhujangasana and come into this pose. And release. Take the left knee back, put it next to the right. Take the right foot forward. Bring the shin so it's vertical. Inhale, come up, nice and high. Exhale, sink down. Keep your core engaged. Save your lower back. I'm just going to bring my hands to the floor, but to do that I have to engage my core. My back is strong, fingers to the ground, push the hips back, stretch the hamstring on the right hand side, nose wants to come down to the knee. Come back up. Chin is vertical, come off the floor. Come up nice and tall first and then sink down. Demonstrate hands to knee. I push into my knee, that engages my core automatically, keeps my back safe. Hips drift back, and then I can release my hands to the floor. Last one on this side, shin vertical. Come up high, sink down low. Come to the second part of the pose, the way it works for you. And then release. And do fish pose, Matsyasana. Cross your ankles, roll over them, come to seated. We've done this before, so you know how to do it. I'll talk you through it while I do it though. Lie down, lift my hips up, put my hands underneath. And I straighten my legs. Pushing in the floor with my elbows, my entire torso comes up off the ground. Bring my elbows as close as I can. Tilt my head back until my head touches the floor. To come out, I push into the floor with my elbows, lift my head off, slide down to the ground. Little counter pose, hands interlace, fingers behind your head, and then using just your arm strength, you lift your head up off the ground and you take a glance at your toes. You come to lying on the ground, we're going to repeat. Hands under your hips. Straighten legs, push elbows to the floor, come on up, then tilt your head back. Push elbows to the ground, lift your head off the ground. Slide down. Take your hands to the counter pose. and then lie down flat for a moment. I'm going to yammer on a little bit while you rest in this pose. You want to keep your lips closed when you're in the full pose. Your jaw can be open. Another thing to be aware of is that you really want to get openness across the collarbones. A lot of people who are starting this pose, they come into it and then their chest sort of sinks down and their shoulders come up and squeeze together. But you can see how Minik's got a lot of space across the upper part of her chest. Don't let that collapse. So you're pushing your elbows into the ground, pulling your shoulders open and rolling them back. So you want to really get openness across the collarbones. The top of the head does want to contact the ground. And you can slide as far back as you need to in order to make that happen. But the top of the head wants to be in contact with the ground. That is part of the pose. You're resting on the crown chakra, and that is part of the effect of the pose. Oh, you are out. Okay. The next one is Viparita karani, and we've done this one also. You can stay lying down because it starts from lying down. That's where we just sort of bring our legs up into the air, overhead in some way, like a sort of lazy shoulder stand. You can also do it where you're just lying there holding on to the backs of your knees. Do legs straight up in the air. You can also do this against the wall, where your legs are then supported by the wall. We're just going to hang out for a minute or so. This is most effective when done for a longer time, but if you can do it for a longer time, I prefer this version that I'm doing, where I'm sort of lying on the ground, holding my legs. It's a little bit less effort. You can stay here a little longer. Even more comfortable is to do this with your legs against the wall. I don't have a handy wall near me where I can demonstrate this. But it's not that hard. You sort of sidle right up to the wall, sit right next to it, and then as you lie down and your feet slide up the wall, your torso slides away so that you're then perpendicular to the wall. See if I can demonstrate with the door. Why don't I demonstrate that with the door? Not a lot of space for me to demonstrate this, but you can see I come sideways right up against the wall, and then as my feet kick up, that's when I lie down. Yeah, that didn't work out so well because of all the stuff that's around me, but I should end up with my bottom right against the wall. But too much stuff, office desk, couch. Anyway, that's what you call a fail. Oh well. Let's come to normal Viparita karani again. Come to lying down, and do whichever version you like. And come back to the ground, stretch out your right leg, squeeze your left knee in to the left armpit. Switch sides. And then the third Viparita karani. And then squeeze your both shins in, flatten your lower back. And you can sort of rock a few times. And then rock up to seated. And then 10 minutes of meditation and 10 minutes of Savasana. So, apart from my Viparita karani fail, that went pretty well. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining us. Have a great week. We'll see you next Sunday.